Hello and welcome to Train Sim World 3, where today we are on the Midland main line, taking on the can't make your mind up scenario. As it says there, we will be a service to Matlock, so we'll be taking this as far as Derby, and we're going to hit some unpredictable weather. So hopefully this should be a good one. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button and also subscribing. It always really is appreciated. First thing to do is to get those doors unlocked, let the passengers on, and we can set the cab up. So we'll turn on AWS and Vigilance. We'll reset the DRA. We've got a green ahead, that's fine. Put the wipers on, that's always a good start. We probably need some headlights as well. Let's go for day, that looks good. And I think we are good to go. So we're driving the Class 158 today, and it's East Midlands Trains livery. We're actually two 158s coupled together, so it's quite unusual running on the Midland main line. Normally in timetable mode it's just a single two-car unit, so could be something a little bit different. We'll wait for those doors to shut. We've got simulated closing and opening of doors with the guards, so as you can see, lights gone out and we get the guard's buzzer, which we also acknowledge back. Release those brakes. And away we go for our first stop, which will be Beeston. Although we do have a bit of wheel slip. I guess that's from the snow that's on the ground, so we'll just notch it back. And you would have seen the train transmission fault pop up just to indicate that we were wheel slipping. We've got some workers there, looks nice. It looks like we've got a 158 and a HST coming into. It's very cool. There we go. See us all passing. Look at that, beautiful. That does look good. Okay, we can put a bit of power on here. Get us up to 25. We've got 3 miles to run to Beeston. It's just also worth noting I am running the Midland Mainline Enhancement Pack along with the UK Grass and Vegetation. So it does make a little bit, a big difference, that's fair to say, to this route. Really does enhance. Yeah, really does give a real enhancement to this route. So there we go. We'll be going across the set of points here in just a moment. So we'll be doing 40 miles an hour. So just ease back. We're doing 35, so no problem at all. And across we go. Obviously, we're now less than a week away from the release, or early access release of Train Sim World 4. I'm very excited to get my hands on the East Coast main line. Yeah, in the next week, do be sure to keep an eye out for the streams as we start to take a look at, get our hands on Train Sim World 4 and take a look at the new trains and routes that will be released alongside it. Yeah, I'm particularly looking forward to it. So there'll be plenty of upcoming content. So yeah, certainly one to look out for. So there we go. We've got 2 miles now to go to Beeston, but we can really put the power on now. We're permitted to run at 80 line speed. But we've got to be careful as we come into Beeston. Obviously, slippery conditions, so don't want to be sliding past past the platform. I love the snow build-up. It looks great. There we go. Up. There's DSD, which we acknowledge. We're up to 60, and we've got We've got greens. I think we're going to have a relatively straightforward run, hopefully. Shouldn't be held by anything. So we're about a mile out now from Beeston. We'll probably come off the power now. We're up to 70. And we'll just gently start applying the brakes. So into notch 1. We will go into notch 2, but you can see we've got a bit of wheel slip action going on there. So we'll just come back down to notch 1 for now. Actually, yeah, no, we'll keep it in notch 1. Still doing 45, but as you can see, we're coming into Beeston now. Actually, no. Now we're going to notch 2. No wheel slip this time. So we're coming in nicely. Probably need a bit of full service here. Yep, we're definitely sliding. Let's just head back into notch 2. There you go. We're slightly over the stop marker there. That's why we had to go into full service. You will have noted the transmission fault lights came on, indicated that we were sliding. There we go. You can see we're a pretty long unit. It's definitely got a lot brighter. We've got some weird texturing going on here. I guess that's the build-up of snow. Let's lock those doors. But I do think we can actually now turn our... yeah, into park. There we go. We don't need the wipers anymore. We'll wait for the guards buzz up as the doors are shutting. There it is, which we'll acknowledge, release the brakes, and away we go for Long Eaton. Just bring it back. You could hear the wheel slip there. I think we could probably notch it up now. There you go. And we'll just gently bring the power up. There you go. Another bit of wheel slip. It's very temperamental. Oh, snow's coming back down again. Let's put those wipers back on. There we go, into notch 7 now. And we're picking up power nicely. Some funky things going on with the weather here. Let's just pop ourselves here and watch us go past. Very nice, very nice. So let's just bring up the map, just to show you where we've come from, where we're going. So we started off here in Nottingham. Obviously we've just stopped at Beeston. We've got Long Eaton here. We'll go across the junction here. It's a very slow across the junction around here. It's around 10 miles an hour. And then we head towards Derby over here. So yeah, it should be a nice run, this. Acknowledge that whistle board. We're up to 60, and we are climbing nicely. We can run at 80 still, but we do step down to 70 in 2 miles. I guess my wish list for this route is, you know, first has to be the treble 2, the class treble 2. It's you know, very much its home on the Midland main line, so it'd be really nice for that to come as an add-on. Hopefully Skyhut Games do bring it, but also a future extension, I guess, from probably Derby to Sheffield. That way we can really stretch the legs of the treble 2 and the HST. So that would be nice. It would be really, really nice to see that come. Fingers crossed it does. And also for some more freight action, because it's severely lacking at the minute. There's another 158. We're going to have a double yellow here, so we'll already come off power. We'll acknowledge AWS, and we'll put our brake on. Single. Might need to go notch 2 here. There we go. Not wheel slipping anymore. And you can see the feather is illuminated, indicating that we'll be taking the set of points. And we're at single yellow, which we acknowledge. That's in position 4. Release those brakes, because it's 30 across these set of points. Over we go. And then as we go round, we'll keep going over here towards the junction. But as we go across the junction, it is 10 miles an hour, so we will need to slow a little bit more in just a second. We'll go into notch 1 at this point. You can see us going around the curve. Another worker, which we'll acknowledge. And I believe we've got a red still, so we'll just... and it's now turned green, so we're all good. Just keep the power at notch 1. We're going up a slight gradient here. Maintain 10 miles an hour. As we roll along to Long Eaton. It is very slow, this junction. I am probably slightly too early to be down at 10 miles an hour, but it's all good. We'll watch us just roll over the junction here. I think we can probably get a nice shot of our 4-car unit, actually. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. I think that looks good. Bit of power. We're down to 9 miles an hour. There we go. Across the junction we go. There we go. Once we get fully across, we'll be able to put the power on, get us to Long Eaton, and then we've got one more stop after that, which is Spondon, and then finally our destination, which is Derby. But this train will carry on to Matlock. There we go, we're fully over now. Bit of power. There we go. We're up to 30, which is just nice. And we should be able to see Long Eaton Station just coming into view. There it is, of course. And we'll start braking. Conditions will definitely still be slippy, so actually no, we'll keep a brake notch 1 applied. Probably into step 2 now, and we'll be rolling up pretty much to the end of the platform here, because otherwise we won't be fitting on, as you can see. Didn't mean notch 4, there we go. That's lovely stuff. Come to a stop here, and we'll open those doors. This is such a fantastic locator drive. It's so nice. It's so well modelled. I love it. Here we go. See passengers getting on. Although these guys don't fancy getting on the train. I guess not. There we go. Let's lock those doors. Hear them shutting. And again, we'll wait for... Oh, that is very strange lighting behaviour. Very strange. Never mind. Let's release those brakes. And away we go for Spondon, 5.4 miles. Gently just bring up the power. I think we can... there we go. We can turn the wipers off. And we apply full power. The HUD is showing that we were having a bit of wheel spin, but we weren't getting the transmission fault, so I guess we're all good. And we should be able to get a good bit of speed going here. Max speed of this class 158 is 90 miles an hour, so good old speed. You are permitted to do 100 on this stretch, but obviously we won't get anywhere near that. Looks like it also then steps up to 115 in a moment. We'll acknowledge that. There we go, there's 60. This is when the acceleration slows right down. So we'll soon be at Spondon. The bridges are very well modelled. I know some players are still, or certainly on PlayStation 5, are experiencing crashing still. So I really hope that Dovetail and Skyhook Games get on top of that quickly, because for that to happening and not been fixed, it's really quite poor. So hopefully they do get on top of that quite quickly. This route's been out quite a while now. I'd say feels like what, 6 months or something like that. Maybe a little bit less, but yeah, it really shouldn't be crashing like that. There's 80. And looks like we've got a HST coming towards us. Very nice. We're going to get a double yellow, so we'll come off power, which has now cleared itself. Back on power. We're clearly following something, I think. I want to try and get us up to 90 before we have to slow for Spondon. I'm not sure we're going to get there though. '87, still climbing. We're going to have to come off now and start slowing. We're a mile out from Spondon. And given that we're in slippy conditions, we can't be too crazy with the late braking, even though the brakes on this 158 are pretty good. See, we're getting a bit of wheel slip here. You can see it, but we're slowing down. It's okay. Just, oh no, I wanted to release off there. Oh, that was supposed to be the a two-tone horn, but I accidentally hit the guard's buzzer. There we go. 22, lovely. That will allow us just to roll into Spondon nicely. It's a shame this scenario doesn't have any times that we've got to be keeping to, because that would have made it a lot more difficult. But there we are. I think we're well over our stop marker, but never mind. There we go. Open those doors and let the passengers on. Oh yeah, there's the stopping marker for Spondon. Whoops, that makes sense. Holding it behind the signal. Never mind. There we go, we can lock those doors. And again, we'll wait for that that guard's buzzer. Any moment now. There we go, release, and away we go. Getting wheel slip here. It always wheel slips around here. I've seen this before. Ooh, the sun's out. About time. That looks so much nicer with in the snow and nice bit of sun on it. Still getting a lot of wheel slip though. There we go. And away we go to Derby, 2 miles. I want it that way. See if we can get a nice shot in the sun, perhaps. There we go. We'll pop ourselves just about here, I think. Except we're stuck behind something. There we go. We should be coming. Let's turn off the HUD. There we are. We just start to come into shot. Beautiful. We should get an AWS warning for our approach into Derby very shortly, I'd imagine, after we drop down to 75. There's the magnet coming up, which we'll acknowledge. You can see all the way down to 30, so we'll start to brake. There we go. That's a double yellow, which we'll acknowledge. And yeah, we're very much now on the approach to Derby here. We're down to 30. That notch 2 brakes brought us down nicely. It's a shame we've not got any other stock here in at Derby or at the Etches Park either, which will acknowledge at AWS. Let's see if we can get a nice shot as we head into Derby. Here we come. Making our way nice and slowly. There we go. Lovely stuff. And we'll head back into the cab here. And we'll start to brake for our stop. We can find our stopping marker. Is it hidden anywhere? A little bit further up. I don't see a stop marker though. That will do. We'll pop it here. And we'll unlock those doors. Can we get a nice shot here at Derby, perhaps? I think we'll go with that as our thumbnail for the video today, so you know where it's been taken. We'll just finish loading those passengers, and then we'll well, unloading, should we say? As we've got another 158 coming in. And a HST. All the action going on. Very nice to see. There it is. And there we go. And did we get a gold? Of course we did. Thanks ever so much for watching this video. If you've liked it, consider hitting that like button and also subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.